Hey everybody, my name is Ashton and I'm so happy to be able to share my story with you about gardening and flowers and our little homestead here located in Hawkett Center, New York. Me and my husband bought this about 3 years ago. It was 100% wooded and we just had a dream of making this into something amazing. We were making maple syrup. We needed a little bit more room than our previous location offered us, and my gardening habit had gone a little bit out of control. I started with container gardening, which I'm going to do a little video clip for you guys later about, and it just escalated from there. Now I have a huge 40 by 80 raised bed garden because for the locals, you know, our best crop here is growing rocks. So no matter how many times in the spring you pull rocks out, next spring you will have a whole nother crop to pull out. So my love of gardening started young when I was in 4-H. It took off from there. I love reading anything I can get my hands on about gardening, talking to other gardeners. Luckily, thank God for Facebook, you can join anybody around the United States or our zone area and learn so much more than we could in previous years just talking to your local neighbor. Thank goodness my husband is totally on board with all my crazy ideas and helps me see them out. We love gardening on a budget. We love finding stuff just laying around your house or things that people are just getting rid of, or we can recycle and reuse into garden art or into planters themselves. So I'll show you a little bit of our gardens. We have some flower gardens, we have an orchard, and my raised bed vegetable garden. So this is what we have. I have my small little greenhouse. I start most of my plants inside in my dining room, and then I move them out here. When it gets to about 30 degrees at night, it's easier to heat. I just have 2 electric heaters in there. We got some local art from the Fisks on your way to Delhi. We just put some plants in. Like I said, we grow tons of stone, so we use that in everything garden here. So that's a great cheap way for any of you guys that are up here gardening. If you're digging up and you're digging up lots of stone, save it, put it to the side. You can make that into a raised bed itself, or art like we're doing here. When landscaping, don't forget to add edibles into your design. We have this beautiful cherry tree that in a couple more years will be nice and tall, give great shade. Then I can add shade plants underneath, but also provides us with cherries. I mean, who doesn't love cherry pie? And then below, behind me, I have 2 blueberry bushes. We do have a big section of blueberry bushes that are fenced off from the birds, but don't forget to add it around just landscaping. These blueberries also give off a beautiful red foliage in the fall, so it adds color, interest, and a yummy snack. Here I am in the orchard we made. We have a 7-foot fence, just with some T-posts, super simple. Everything we got at Tractor Supply. And here we have a whole entire row of mixed apples. Anywhere from a Red Delicious to Granny Smith, you name it, we have it. We also have some peach trees, pear and plum. We have some red raspberries and blackberries, and then my favorite, elderberries, which are pretty common around here. And you will soon be able to see the blossoms. They'll be all alongside the road. The elderflower is great, as well as the berry. Just make sure you cook the berry first. Now we're in my vegetable garden. We did big raised beds this year, a little bit easier on the back with all the weeding. We have a cattle panel, which is kind of hard to see. It's making a nice U shape. I put my peas and then beans on there. Great fun. The kids are able to just walk through and pick them off. We just made this with some pressure treated and some metal roofing. If you don't want to get into a big project like that, you can just simply make a wood box or rectangle and throw some dirt in it and throw your vegetables in it. Here I decided to put my tomatoes right up against the fence. They like to get really big, so perfect trellis for them. I'll just clip them on as they grow up and reap all the benefits of the fruit and make some spaghetti sauce with it. This is a new project for us. We had the garden down on the other side of our property. We have 5 acres We were hand pumping water out and then got a little gas pump. Now we moved it right next to the house, so it's a little bit in disarray, but we're getting there. But any one of you guys can start growing. You can see I'm going to do a little video about container gardening. That's how I started at my house in the village. We didn't have much room. This is a great way to garden and still get a high yield. And you can just go grab the containers at Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever you can find them. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of our homestead here. And I hope you tune in next time for some more gardening tips and ideas. Bye.